sunshine on my shoulders. I'm alive and breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high.
Welcome back to the beach here in Royan, in the Atlantic coast of France, EBUCC 2023. I'm Stef Pazzo, and I'm delighted as always to be here with Benjamin Rees for this late round, last round in the open division. Benji, who do we got in front of us for this wild matchup?
Yeah, trying to jostle for position going into the brackets. We have Solaris from Poland and PUG of Ireland.
So looking at the standings, these guys are kind of top and tail. Things have been going a bit more Solaris way and a bit less PUG way, but that's not to say that anything can happen here.
Yeah, Solaris unbeaten from their 3 contests, 13-8 over RFO, 13-6 over Disco Bolo, and 13-10 over Quixotes. And for PUG, it is unfortunately the opposite. A 13-5 loss to Quixotes, 13-8 against RFO, and 13-4 against Disco Bolo. So if you're looking at the form book, it's got a Solaris victory, but you don't play the game on the form book.
Not at all. There's still some exciting names that stand out on the PUG roster, including the one that just sent that pull, Jack McNamara, with the famed for his huge layout in the final of the UCF championship there on Universe Point. But it's Solaris here going for their first goal. Dul with the disc. Drops back and sent deep immediately. Well played to turn around quickly and get 2 hands on that was Rudy. And he gives and goes and gets it right back. First goal goes from the 15 shirt, goes to Rudy. And the Poles making it look easy first time of asking, Benji.
Now, you might be forgiven for thinking, well, Poland's not really associated with the beach, right? When you think of luxurious European beachfront locations, you're thinking, you know, maybe here in France, Spain, Portugal, a bit of Italy, maybe you're going down the Dalmatian coast, Croatia. You won't necessarily think, oh yeah, Poland, that's the country where I want to have a beach holiday. But they have some real pedigree on the beach. Semi-finalists last time out at EBUCC were Solaris, and their open team made the semi-finals at EBUCC back in 2019 as well, with a lot of similarity in the rosters. So they are a side to be underestimated at your peril.
And I'm sure they don't mind the underestimation against them. It's some of that bulletin board material that a lot of teams love to draw upon for extra motivation. So let's see. In this game, of course, they still are the favorites, but tournament-wide we're talking. They may get a little bit of underestimation for their geographic location. Here comes Pug's first asking as Stewart gets it with his back, only meters from his own end zone, and he throws it away over shooting duty. Solaris, slow and steady, walking to pick it up. Dobranovsky gives the lefty flick up line. There's a toe drag there. Was it enough? His own sideline indicated yes, but he says himself, no, I felt the tape. I must have been out. Now Pug's second chance to hold. They get their first completion of the game. Sorry, second. There was one on the first asking. Now they're up to midfield. Stewart goes infield. It's Selkirk with the disc. Gets the under to Stewart again. Tight defense by the Polish outfit. Ooh, that one not the right angle, but the nice play made by Duty to keep it alive. Widen around. Selkirk. Ooh, and a floater. Defense is going to get a chance, but the big body boxes out and then shoots for goal and another bid, but that one gets through to the assist there by 42 Connor Church, and the goal collected by Fuagon, sorry. And Pug had to do it a little bit more difficult, but they got the job done.
Yeah, I think you can see that the Poles are more than happy to throw themselves around, but Pug seemed relatively unfazed by this in the battle of the tank tops.
The battle of the tank. I didn't realize it, but now it's oh so evident, Benji. You pick up on everything. And I'm looking back down the field there at the man ready to pull, Jack McNamara, and this is the first time I've seen him playing in a tank top, normally in his regular sleeved Ranelagh jersey.
Are you appreciating the tickets that you bought to the gun show?
The man is an axe. No wonder he got up and above Justin Ford in that all-telling final and in that all-telling moment of the final, really. That one lands awfully close to the sideline, indicating brick, so sideline or beyond.
Yeah, Holnicki is going to bring it in from the brick mark. A lot of this Solaris side based in kind of the main ultimate hubs in Poland, both the Panthers of Wrocław and a few coming from Warszawę as well.
Well, here they come. Holnicki. Moves it through Dul. Goes back, Parish, and that one, Dul does collect. Is he in? No, not quite. Continues all the way around to the other side. And now looking for a final option. No, still dumping away and around. That one up, Holnicki. Solaris taking their time up and over. Look at that elevator pass in for the goal, Benji. It's Dul with the goal. And Poland maintains their holds.
I think whatever the surface, a bit of creativity, especially in the red zone, never goes amiss, because you can be guilty of falling into the trap of just dumping and swinging for eternity and never finally kind of taking the gamble of punching it in. And there you can see that McNamara just doesn't have any sight of Dul at all. He comes towards the back of the end zone and
a little bit of love for the ULTI.TV cameras. Love seeing that, showing off the tattoo after his point. I don't know if that's a drawn on or if that is an actual inked in, but either way, we love to see it on the cams.
Wonderful throw, by the way. That elevator backhand executed to perfection when it's relatively still, as it is out here on the beach this morning still.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's
going to be hot when we pass midday. This shot up and floating, and the defense causes the misread. He wasn't able to get proper position throughout the jostle, and break chance for Solaris. And what a spin around layout D there to knock it back away.
That was unreal.
So Duty collects, second chance to hold. Oh, and there's a bid. I mean, there's bodies flying all over the place here. No need to fly too much there. That one in for goal. That is the number 2 shirt, Mark McGuire, who collects the goal. And Pug staying on serve here. They're doing a little tougher. They're not quite as clean and crisp, but they're finding their way in, Benj.
I mean, for a game that we mentioned on paper, you'd say that it's probably a pretty comfortable Solaris victory, but Pug they've come to play, I think.
Yeah, that's what you get late in these pool games when it seems, you know, all over but the crying perhaps. This one, the pool's so divided. These guys are at the bottom, we're at the top. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence from one side, maybe a little bit of, man, we got to get that win from the other side, like consistent, let's mount, let's at least get better every game if we're not winning. And that may well just turn into a tilt worth watching. And that's what we're hoping for, and that's what we're getting in the early stages.
I think there's a lot of players out there who are putting the tank in tank tops.
Benji.
That's not it.
That one well overshot, and now a break chance and a lead-taking opportunity for Pug. And that namesake we didn't get the opportunity to ask, but
I think they're saying that actually the white disc is actually a better fit on the sand.
what do you think back at home? White or pink? What do you see better? What do your eyes tell you? Here comes Pug right on the doorstep now. 57, that's Duggan. Late in the stall count, finds a receiver. So in fact, it's Jack McNamara with the assist, and what a strange celebration there by Moran.
Not just by Moran, by all of them.
Well, initiated by Moran. I didn't see the rest of them all go down. But yes, not a surprise that we're seeing strange celebrations from the Irish, though. Anyhow, the bigger part of the story here, that's a lead taker for Pug. Pug up, and look at them all go down, dropping like flies there. What on earth is that all about? It's like they got a leg kicked out kind of celebration.
You're not one that you're going to be adding to your celebration repertoire?
No, that is not going to my repertoire, Benji. But I will continue to admire as Pug do it. Let's see if they can stay ahead. Here's another chance for a break, but Solaris have other ideas. Podgaini shoots across to Kozmalski. Oh, and very quickly into the goal there. It's Zionk who cashes it in, and that one happened very quickly. The Solaris team answered the bell. This time they weren't going to get broken twice.
No, that's how you respond to a break, isn't it? Not just marching it down the field and scoring, but getting it quickly, getting it in rhythm, in flow. It's exactly how you draw it up.
And I mean, look at the scenes in the background here that we're getting on our cameras. Like, we are in, as I say that, we're in such a beautiful location here. We got the flags, we got the grandstand, palm trees set up in potted plants because there's palm trees in the back as well. You got the port and the marina, you got the seaside, the headland wrapping around. We are in the lap of luxury here, Benji.
I'll tell you what, I've had worse gigs.
Yeah, one or two. We won't mention them right now. McNamara does his best Springsteen slide in the sand, but kind of gets jolted into stopping. Now he rips it a little low, and a blind defense by Kazmarchak. Doesn't even look, hits him in the back.
I mean, he just got himself in the right position. You could see what McNamara was trying to do, get the inside out in it to take it round Kazimierczak, but didn't get enough edge on it.
And so the blind defense gives opportunity to score the other way, and it's Holnitsky, but McNamara flying around, getting D's as per usual.
No change there. Doesn't matter the surface.
And shot right away for goal, but he was thinking about what that goal would taste like before he closed his hands properly.
We've talked about it previously, how it's so easy to think, yeah, I know that I can score here, so I'll just try and hop it in, and O'Fuegan gets too casual with it. As a rip over the head there from Oshetsky.
Great defense by McNamara, but even better hold of that position with the axe bumping into him to hang on to it by Kazmarchak. And that one moved again to the 51 shirt. In for goal now, that counts. It's Oshitsky with the goal, and the Poles go back up ahead with a 4-3 lead now, Benji.
Back and forth game. Fun contest, this one. O'Fuegan being punished ruthlessly, that's a word, ruthlessly for that drop. Ripped instantly from Paris. Nice skying grab there from Oshetsky. And they played a little bit outside the end zone. And then thinking, you know what, we've had enough of this. Poznansky just puts a little bit of air and a bit of edge on it, and finds it towards the back corner, where Olszewski makes the catch for the score.
Here comes the pull. Pug settling under. Underway. Duty and a flying D straight away for Solaris. Now a very short field for them. Where is there? And very short field. We get the 2K celebration there. Swiaczewski puts the shirt up and shows it. He's the goal scorer in the 77 shirt. And after a lead take at 3-2, Solaris just starting to show a little bit of dominance there. Look at that layout D. Here's one more look. What a play there. Krynicki with that layout D to set up the goal. And the assist getter, Dobranovsky. Solaris now with a slightly more comfortable 5-3 lead.
Yeah, just beginning to pull away a little bit there.
That's the hold and 2 breaks. That's the run is on now.
Got to try and arrest the momentum here if you're the Irish lads. I mean, they've shown that they can generate turns on a very good Solaris side. So it's by no means game done and dusted, even though Solaris have begun to open that cushion.
Here comes the pull. Olszewski, nice pull. Oh, just a bit too much. No, that is, oh, I thought it was a perfect pull. Must have touched the tape in the back.
Nearly perfect, though.
Off and running, and they're gonna feed the beast. That's McNamara. He's off and running, and what a put to honor the cut. Pug answer in one throw.
Some Route 1 ultimate there, a little bit of Wimbledon long ball, and it works. An absolute treat. The separation Jack McNamara was able to create, enormous. And they just ripped that one. I mean, ripped it deep from Doody. I mean, there's zero hesitation. There was always the plan, essentially. Grip it and rip it. Pug keeping it within touching distance here, not letting Solaris get too far away from them. And McNamara pulls. And, hello. It seems like the Sand Monster obviously got Paris there.
Here they come, Solaris. Goss in his would-be coffin corner. Now Holtnitsky goes up and over with the backhand. That one floated forward. 33 shirt shoots for goal, and it counts. It's Dul with the assist, but no, it doesn't. There was some suspicious openness there, and we know what to suspect from that.
Yeah, it is a pick. Jack McNamara's way back in the middle of the field. Obviously, the message wasn't quite passed through. And actually, yeah, that was a fair while ago. They are going to say the pass to Dul is legitimate, though.
Yep. So they don't lose all of the momentum gained from that sequence. Dul looks like he's about ready to have that disc checked in, and it is. Look to go around now, engaging his dump. Parish. Ooh, goes around, well taken by Holdnitsky under duress, and then thrown with a bit of miscommunication. McNamara calls for the deep and then resets, gives and goes. Ooh, and that one slips out of the hand and right back into the hands of Holznitsky. Centering. Paris, Holznitsky back and forth. Paris gets the under. It's Goss. Back to Holznitsky. Oh, he's got an open receiver. Well weighted to Jewel, and that's in for the 6th goal of the game on the Solaris side.
I think you can tell that they're not quite firing on all cylinders here, the Poles. There have been a couple of times when kind of players have looked a bit frustrated because clearly the offense isn't clicking as they want it to. They got it right in the end, but if they want to match, if not improve their semi-final performance from October, they are going to have to try and work a couple of things out here.
A few things to work out indeed. Slowly but surely right now they gotta work it out on a means of holding. Their last time they did hold successfully was an end-to-end huck to McNamara, but he's not out there this time, so they're gonna have to come up with a different tactic. Pug with the disc. Looking for the under. That is Stewart. Goes up and over. Now to the 57 shirt of Connolly Duggan. He goes hammer. Has a receiver, but may have just overshot him.
I think maybe his over-eagerness got the better of him there. He made the sick layout grab from the scuba and thought, oh, let's keep a good thing going with that sky-scraping hammer, but he overshot his receiver.
Now they're in their own corner here. Solaris throw it away in their end zone. And Pug can bring it back to 1 with one simple forward completion.
Heck, it doesn't even have to go forwards. It can go backwards and they can hop it in.
True that. And they're on the doorstep here. Oh, and as Benji said, it didn't even have to be a forward pass. You could have just had the player moving, but bobbled on its way into the hands and dropped by Connolly Duggan. Wind up, put away. Now widen around. Krinitsky goes back to Soderna. They're throwing it around back and forth. Dobranovsky. Krinitsky and Dobranovsky again. Playing in their own end, and the Irish defense has tightened up. And as I said, another bid on the hip.
Yeah, the wind is picking up a little bit now, and it's going against the Poles.
That one floats, but he had that much separation that the float just made it that much simpler. That one, not the prettiest set of throws, but they sequenced themselves in for the goal there. 77 shirt Svajcicki with the assist. And the goal scorer wearing his hood is Soderna for Poland. That's halftime at 7-4. We're going to take a very short break and be back with you when they show the mirror opposite on the field. Second half action underway quickly, as we alluded to, as it's been doing. That pull over our heads, over everything, never to return. Never to return to the field in that flight anyways. I think it will get walked back eventually.
I mean, it's there now.
All right, so it's,
I think
I think that's a new disc. The other one, never to return.
reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. So the burly McNamara is going to choose to bring it in from the sideline. And good field position to start here for Pug.
Jack Max glisten, less muscular with the sand crumbed all over him. But we see the muscles nonetheless. He goes hammer. That looks spot on. Oh, everything but the hand squeeze there. That hammer was beautiful.
For a high stall hammer, that's pretty good.
Now Poland on the front foot and moving. All sorts of separation. That throw up and hanging. McNamara goes for the layout. It's too far for anyone to get a touch.
I'm not sure whether he got a touch on that one, but he certainly did enough to get his body in the way and prevent the receiver getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, good preventative layout there. Exactly, Benji. It was a hold position kind of layout. And it's McNamara with the disc. He gets the upliner. O'Fuegan. McNamara. Well, I thought we were going to see another hammer out of him. He's maybe feeling it after that last one. 81 shirt of Morgan goes through and around. It's Church. Back to Morin. Oh, a little bit too deep from Morin. He throws it away. And another turnover in the exact same spot for Pug and the Irish outfit.
Yeah, I wonder if O'Fuegan got a little bit of a misread in there, potentially, or whether the disc, even if he had got it right, the disc was always going to be too far. Just too much curl on it.
Wide and around, McNamara charging. I think that one was out, and he does agree, does receiver Kazimarchak.
There's a foul away from the disc as well. Yeah, it certainly looked to me like his foot landed on that tape. Call is retracted.
McNamara picks up, times it out, and they're going to have a chat about it. We're going to take a short break, too. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.
July from Nottingham, England. The World Flying Disc Federation's World Under-24 Ultimate Championships. Live all-access coverage, including semis and finals, exclusively at ULTI.TV. We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
back after the break. McNamara with the disc winding up the hammer, showing that there's a little telegraphing. This
Do
is
it.
going to throw.
Do it.
And you're not going to stop me. He has to throw that now that he's shown it. If he doesn't, he's not playing by the rules.
If he doesn't, we're not showing. I will audibly and loudly boo him if he doesn't throw that hammer.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop calling him an axe as well if he doesn't throw that hammer. Axe hammer. Oh, he's gone up line. It scores. He celebrates. Benji boos.
I mean, it's
justifiably so.
It's a really good throw, actually, because it's not a huge window. He gets the nice low release because he's a little bit conscious of that wind as well. Gets enough zip to get it past the first defender, but doesn't hang enough so the poaching defender can come in and knock that away. But come on, you can't taunt us with the hammer like that and then not throw it. I mean, cowardly.
Babe Ruth doesn't point to the fences and then put out the bunt bat. You know, if you're gonna.
Although, to be fair, if he was like, "I'm calling my shot, it's going over there," and then just bunted it down the third baseline, I'd respect him more.
I don't know if he would have gone down in the history books the same way, though. Though gaining Benji's respect may be more important than going down in the history books.
Right. I think the problem with baseball is that Japan, is it NPB, Nippon Pro Baseball? They've got, you know how Major League Baseball has the home run derby. Major League Baseball, the Nippon Pro Baseball has a thing called the Bunt King. So basically, like, they put like a target on the floor, and they want to find people who can bunt it directly into the center of the target. It's so much fun.
I love the concept. I got to go watch that.
But I think to relate that back to the game, showing that, look, sometimes it's nice to do the spicy thing, but also you can take pleasure in sometimes just playing good fundamental ultimate.
Yeah, of course, as much as we jest. It's a beautiful throw by McNamara. That one, deep. Oh, he got there, but couldn't get the hand on it. And it goes away. Pug get a chance to break on this one. All said here. We get a break at a Pug. We're back to within a 1-point game, Benji. We were talking about Solaris starting to stretch away here, starting to find their way out, but, you know, Pug just hanging around, doing what they got to do to be in this, and Duty kicks things off. They got a long way to go on this field, but they eat up a whole chunk of yards there. Connolly Duggan looks for the around, but gets the reset. It's coined Terrell, and up that floated and forced the receiver up way too early. So Derna goes to Dobranovsky, and well contended there. Goss maintains. So Derna shoots, not all the way in. It's Zaton. He's looking for goal, but on the doorstep is as far as they could go. Goes back again. It's Zaton. He resets to Dobranovsky. Inside break, that one counts. Dobranovsky with the assist, and it's Soderna with the goal, is that right?
I'll have to have a look at it again on the replay. My gut instinct was that it might have been Holnitsky. We'll see it again here. I mean, Dobranovsky's got an absolute cannon, and the lefty guns it into the front of the end zone. Yeah, it is Holnitsky with the score in the end. Have a look at it again from the low camera angle. He, I mean, really rips it in there. Knows that the window's not huge, and so he's gonna have to fire it in order to make it work. And as I've said many times, it's always open if you just throw it hard enough. Oh, it's not Holnitsky. I am mistaken.
It's Goss is the goal scorer.
I saw a red headband and guessed wrong.
And a tank top.
I mean, they're all in tank tops.
Here come Pug down 8-5, needing to stay in there, need these holds. That one gets away, and Solaris pick it up. Podgaini moves it on. That one shot not quite in, but on the doorstep. Sent back. Parishu gets a layer. That one, Holnitsky. And it's Parish to Holnitsky. Another goal. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, Benji.
If that is for Holnitsky, who ended up catching it, then yeah, he has to lay out for it. Or alternatively, maybe Holnitsky could have just, not had the highlight reel catch and then left it to the player who was open behind him, who I think might have actually been the target here.
You're absolutely right looking at that the second time.
Evidently, I wonder if there's some beef between Holnitsky and Kosmowski. It was like, no. I'm having this one.
Well, there is now.
Just stoking the fires a little bit there.
Yeah, that's the stuff. So 9 to 5. Pushing 35th minute, almost there. So indicating about 10 minutes till we're going to get a cap. 4 points would be the preference for Solaris, of course, as that would end the game no matter what the time says. Pull reception, hit the ground. Duty didn't want to catch that one.
Yeah, I think wisely so, because it was coming down at quite an angle, and if you're not confident with it, just get yourself out of the way.
I'd say wisely so is not the answer I would like. You got to be confident with that. You got to read it earlier in the pull.
I mean, I always advocate catching the pull, but in the position he was in, where he wasn't confident, I don't hate letting it drop.
Fair. That one sent end zone to end zone, but out the back of that second end zone of asking, and ends up being a turnover. Solaris will have a chance to put the 10th point on the board and potentially double up if they can do it. That one slotted in. Swiaczewski. And then back to Rudy. He goes all the way around Krinitsky. Solaris working well. Branelski. And again back to Rudy. They are going through every set of hands here. No hesitation in the late stages of the possession. Now they go static once again. Stupkiewicz, and there's the shot for goal, and that's the one that gets away. They were looking so crisp until the scoring throw, Benji.
I don't hate the choice of shot there from Rudy, because I think it's there. If he can just get it to hang a little bit more, and he kind of whipped his headband off in frustration, like, that was a good opportunity. And it's a shame because they're playing really nice team ultimate. As you mentioned, everyone's getting involved, moving the disc nicely. Took on the aggressive break shot. I think it was right to do so, but he just didn't execute with it.
And here comes PUG in their purple tanks. That one taken wildly by Moran, and he throws a very ambitious high release backhand that he thought would float a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, not the cleanest of throws. By the way, there's a lot of dirty tashes on this PUG team. What do you think?
I don't mind a dirty tash. You know that much. Solaris, 10 meters out here. Brynetsky goes back and around. Again, working through the hands here. Can they find it all the way in? They can indeed. It's Stupkiewicz with the assist there. And goal scoring, Krinitsky. Solaris back on the board. That is the double up, Benji.
I mean, I thought when this throw went, yeah, that's the right choice. There's no way the defenders, and then, hello, he exploded out of there and made the catch a lot more tricky than I thought it was initially going to be. Again, it's not going their way, but you can't fault the commitment and I was going to say, maybe the lack of care for their own bodies to throw themselves around, because thinking, you know what, it's the sand, it's a soft landing, but I think there is a point where you maybe do have to have a little self-preservation. Yes, it may be sand, but you can injure yourself.
You can, unfortunately, those things happen. They've been happening at this tournament and pretty much every tournament. They're the worst part of this game, but a very evident part of it. I think, sacrifice the body was one of the early mantras I learned playing in Toronto.
That sounds about right.
Program was, sacrifice the body, do whatever you can to throw yourself around with reckless abandon, and there's enough truth to that. You do have to, there's self-preservation and necessity, but to make these show-stopping plays, you do have to put your body on the line. The more you do it, the better you get at your landings and such.
But it's the risk reward, isn't it? Because there's a cliche that I was told once, which is that the best ability is availability. Like, there's no point being able to make all the crazy plays if you're injured all the time, because you kind of realize that actually sometimes it's just not there for you.
What a great adage that is. The best ability is availability. Benji coming out with the gems as always.
It happens every now and again, yeah.
McNamara with the disc, gives and gets it back, and they're looking at a little zone now from Solaris that's just melted back into a match. Great inside throw on the doorstep. McNamara doing everything right now, including getting that assist before it goes into the hands of Connor Church.
I mean, comfortably the most passes we've seen on any point this game, and Solaris thinking, you know what, we'll try a zone, we'll see if we can test the patience and the attitude of the PUG lads, and they were able to just dink and dunk their way down the field, and you can tell that often, I think, even if a zone doesn't necessarily get a turnover, because you have to again, you have to kind of piece your way down the field a little bit. It can be difficult to kind of energize yourself from it, and it can feel a little bit underwhelming. But especially when they got into the red zone, there was the wicked inside shot from McNamara that kind of cracked things open a bit. And in the short window, just, again, right into the gut there of Church, that, they did still get a little bit of a boost from it.
So 10-6, PUG about to pull. Benji, the bracket is set for the mixed round. Can we reveal right now what the next, maybe we'll wait for in between the next point, but we know what our next stream will be, and it's going to be a mixed bracket round. Well,
yeah, round of 16.
Round of 16. We'll tell you more after this one. That one's up, and whoa, did it float. That's going to go way out of bounds, though. Caught even outside of the 3-meter tape.
Yeah, Paris probably not best pleased with how he executed that. The wind has picked up a little bit, and he just got way too much edge on that one. And the wind more than happy to greedily push it out of the sideline.
Duty.
There's a dog in the booth.
There is a dog in the booth. I didn't get a pet. Can't let dogs in the booth that we don't get to love. Benji still hoping it was a cat.
I mean, I'll take a dog. Right, I'm not. Well, I'm a little fussy, but like a cat.
But a discussion here between Duty and Zaton.
Yeah, I wonder if Zatonia feels that he's in a reasonable position, and Duty just thinks actually you're a little bit close there.
Yeah, those guys still really having a chat about it. That's been a fair discussion, and we're back underway. Duty goes around, centering disc. Forward, what a play there. Knock away by Holnitsky. Now Zaton, and he zips one. Not quite in, on the doorstep though. Parish, wide open super dump, but he opts for Holnitsky, and it gets knocked away. The super dump not going to be happy with being looked off for a turnover.
Yeah, second turn of the point for Paris. Just, you could see it popped up, and it's kind of the horrible scrabble when you're underneath the disc and you're turning around to try and be like, oh, please say it's going to fall back into my grasp. But not this time.
We've got time getting close to expiry here. 2 minutes, just beyond 2 minutes remaining. In fact, 1 minute and 10 seconds that rest before we will hear the whistle. Duty scoops out of trouble there effectively. Carr, that one gone deep to no one.
Miscommunication maybe, execution error. I'm not sure. Either way, it's never nice when you throw it to no one.
Yes.
I mean, there was just no one there.
I mean, unless you're disc golfing. But that's not our game. 15 shirt. Gus gets a dish off. Zaton. Dul. And they're going through the hands now. Paris throws it straight to the defense. And another one gets away. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here, but I know they won't want it with a short field. Holnitsky. Paris.
There's the whistle for time, I think.
It is indeed Zaton! What a bid to keep that one in. And they're back on the board. They go up to 11 as time expires. So it's a game to 12, Benji.
That is obscene, frankly, from Matsin Goss, because, like, you don't catch those, do you? I mean, you just don't.
Well, I mean, some people do. He does.
Right, because when this is thrown, you think, oh, that's too far. It wouldn't be the first time they've got that break shot down the sideline a little bit awry, but Goss just flies.
Here it is again.
Oh,
great angle there.
Beautiful. I'm not bad for someone who started playing by accident, which I think a lot of us look back on our ultimate careers and think, yeah, maybe it was a bit of an accident, but not that time.
Fell into a pair of cleats, but unless he started playing beach first, he wouldn't even had to fall into the cleats.
No.
Fell into a pair of Tokai grip socks.
Right. Did you ever see that? It was an April Fool's thing they did one year where they announced new Tokai sand cleats, and there were sand socks with the cleat pattern on the bottom. Was, I must admit, very funny.
I did not.
To the point where some people asked, yo, are these real?
Yo, no. And shot deep on point there. Coin Terrell with the disc on the doorstep. Here come the troops, and McNamara chisels in from behind. And they get one more on the board before a game point option, Benji. It could be time for a Slurpee.
Yeah, 7-11 they trail now. McNamara opening the point here with that ripped backhand deep. I thought this was kind of too flat and zippy, but Coin Terrell located it well. Couldn't quite milk it into the end zone. Did the right thing there, I think. And look, I'm just going to catch it and make sure we can play from there rather than try and jump it in and accidentally drop it, as he saw his teammate do earlier in the game. And then McNamara hustles all the way downfield, hops it into the end zone. But Pug looking for 5 breaks on the spin here. It feels unlikely.
They've got their work cut out for them as we do approach the potential end here. Our next game is indeed the end of the women's pool play, so we aren't going into brackets quite yet. We'll see French team Bordeaux Ultimate versus Swiss Fly High Lausanne as that poll sails away. And the big game up next as we reach brackets, we'll see mixed brackets first. An all-French affair in the first bracket game, Benji. Chalk, RFO, that one bound to be a beauty.
Get hyped, people, because I know I am already.
Oh, that one is going to be a cracker. Here they come. Solaris, chance to win the game. Take the pool undefeated if they can. Kozmalski. Around, Podgaini shoots it in. That's a goal. Dobranowski and Solaris go undefeated through pool play. Take this one away from Pug. 12-7 final score. They're moving on.
Yeah, I think Pug put up a pretty solid fight in this game, to be honest. Looking at the previous results, you'd expect Solaris would have had a relatively comfortable win. In 12-7, 5-point differential is solid in the end, but Pug, they really showed some good things out there, and there's a lot they can take from this game to take into the bottom round robins.
Indeed, if that's the worst team in the pool, that shows how tidy this division, this tournament is. It's nothing but quality out here on the sands of Royan, and for us, it's been a pleasure as always to bring you the action. The next rounds, as we said, women, we have Bordeaux versus Flying High coming up next. And following that, brackets, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you go anywhere. I've been Stef Pazzo here with Benji Reese. Well, before I call out, let's one quick look, Benj, at these stats. Turnover is probably the biggest number that's jump out on both sides there.
Yeah, and, Solaris didn't have that many more, only had the one extra clean hold than Pug, but they just, when they did turn the disc over, they were so much more ruthless with it.
Yeah, breaks there as well, 5-1. That's the big difference in the game. We're going to wrap things up at this stage, and I will let you know once again that I am Stef Pazzo, and I've been here with Benji Reese on ULTI.TV. Thanks for joining. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more action.
The World Beach Ultimate Club Championships 2024. Whether on the sands or watching the action from your screen, WBUCC 2024 is a tournament not to be missed.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.